And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now. AC data. Hey, watch the screen.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing, Winston on the move to his left. Open man is Howard, the tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Ready? Blue lady. Check. Watch 54. Tighten up. Follow. Where do we go?
They go play action. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, ready? Flag. What do we got? 54. Mike, 54. Watch the slats. Watch the hut.
They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Check 26.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Shut. Looks the outlaw. Shut. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Check 37. Check 37. Go, go. Check 3.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Big boys came out to play. I've been here, bro. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Come on, fellas.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
58's the Mike. 58.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
White. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Let's go. 58's the Mike, 58.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Man, I got you.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
First down, a run with Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10. At the Bucs' 44-yard line.
Here we go. Seven the ending. 57. Control. Let's get this. Hey, 57's right. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. He's checking. Crash. Pick the edge. Come. Off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got Burton here. Still fighting for more. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Game situation. Let's go. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check. Check it.
And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We got three. 3 down.
It's now
Check
2nd and 6.
13. Check 13.
Walk twist. Kill. Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 23.
You don't want no problems with me.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
57's Mike 57.
It's been a long day for you. Check 52.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
Ready. Blue ready.
Check Mike 39.
Hey, defense, let's go. Let's go.
On first down, it's Vaughn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Winston. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Nice, sweetheart. Green, come with me. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, keep it up. 58, boys, 58. Come on. We own them.
Jameis to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the run. Jim. Hey, alert 3. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? 57 to Mike. Marcus, defense, Marcus. Whip. Check. Crunch. Go. Crunch. He's coming.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Winston. Dancing to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a give right side. Vaughn. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Winston. And Winston lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, G. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
To throw is Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eddie Goldman picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bring it. Check. Check.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, 57. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play. Winston to Evans, 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Here's Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Winston now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. That's caught by Howard. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Winston. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball. Let it go.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Pulled in at the 24. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Winston now. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hot 7. Let's go.
Here's Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going to...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
The mic. Rock 57. So we got man. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Silver.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Watch the safety creep. Out, 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 out. Check 4, check 4.
Watch the eye. Staying open. Hayward. Right slow. Drive on. 57 to Mike. Let's go one more.
They try again with Cohen. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 shot. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Army. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. All day, just like that.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Baby, that's baby shot.
He's coming.
Check. Lucky. You go tight. You up. You got tight.
Now Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 3. Joker.
Check safety.
Back.
Switch.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Coming again.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward,